What's up, guys? It's your boy Ethan. Hope you're having a great day. Welcome to another video. We found ourselves in Springfield, Mass, out back in Western Massachusetts, and we just checked out MGM Springfield and reminisced a little bit of the good old days from just last year when the poker room was up. But we walked around a little bit, saw the empty room. At least the tables are still there. What are we doing here in Western Mass? Well, we've got another home game. Last time playing was such a great time. We found ourselves back here, so I'm going to play in that friendly 1-2 non-rate game. So it should be a good time. Hopefully you enjoy these home game videos. It's a nice way to just kind of mix things up, a nice change of pace. And yeah, we're gonna go head over there pretty soon, so hopefully you enjoy this video. Hopefully we run pretty well. Let's run good. Let's get into it. So we hop into the 1-2 home game, starting with a stack of $800. First hand in, we pick up Jack 7 of diamonds playing 5-handed. I'm in an early position and decide to open up this holding to $12. We get the button to make the call, and we're going heads up to a flop. Flop is Jack 9, 6, 2 hearts, and a spade. With top pair here, we decide to put in a C bet for value, and with this bet, he makes the call. Off to a turn, which comes the 4 of spades, brings in a backdoor flush draw. Here with top pair, still trying to get some value from combo draws or just any of the draws available. I throw out a bet of $35. Here we face a good old raise, and it's a large one. A raise to $150. Sitting in this game here, sitting very early on in the session. Top pair, there are plenty of draws available. Could he be doing this with a number of different combo draws that we're pretty much just flipping against? Possibly, we'll see. I decide to make the call, get a little sticky, and we're going to a river. The river's an 8 board, super connected. I check, and he actually checks back. He shows down pocket sixes for flopped bottom sets. Yeah, set's going to be good here. Since we saw pocket sixes flopping sets, let's try to do it ourselves. Here, we're under the gun with sixes. I decided to just open limp, put in the $2, and now the player to my left raises to 12. The small blind makes the call, and I'm obviously going to be calling for $10 more. Going to a flop. Flop is 10, 7, 6, 2 hearts. All right, picked up some tips. Sixes indeed flop sets. Checks to the +1 player, and he puts in a C bet of $22. Small blind folds, and onto me. On this pretty wet board, we're certainly going to put in the raise here, and I decide to check raise to $70. He thinks about it and ends up putting in the call, so we're off to a turn. The turn comes the deuce of clubs, total brick, and we love that. So with that said, I'm first to act. Let's just apply some pressure against draws. Let's just start polarizing our range a little bit. I size up to $185. With this bet, he tanks for a while and end up folding pocket 9s. So it wasn't looking like we'd get too much value anyways. So yeah, take it down.
We are exposing. Home game where the dealer self deals himself monster after monster. Bro, this isn't even the first time you've done this.
Following spot with pocket kings in the hijack. The player to my right limps, and I put in a raise to $15. Only the limper calls, so heads up to a flop. Flop is queen, jack, 10, 2 spades. Crazy flop, and when he checks to us, I can definitely debate between c-betting or just checking back. Extremely wet board, and there's a lot going for us as well. I just check it back. The turn comes the 7 of spades, and now when he checks to us, we're definitely going to put in the bet, especially with the king of spades in our hands. I bet $25, he folds, we make $15. Spot after that, ace 10 of diamonds in the big blind. There's a cutoff open to $12, it folds to me, and this hand definitely going to put in the 3-bet against the cutoff opening range. I 3-bet to $50, action back onto her. She decides 50 is not enough and actually jams. 4-bet jams, $168. This probably should just be a fold all the time. It's a pretty weak holding compared to our 4-bet jamming range. But is it really worth an extra $118 more to get this on the vlog? Sure, we already put 50 more in there. Let's just make the call, and here's some entertainment. We decided to run it twice, and we're off to a run out. Good luck. This is a...
It should never be in the back of your mind.
No, just doing it for the video. Folding's boring.
Once or twice?
I don't care.
I don't care.
I'm gonna do twice for the video.
Oh, twice it is. Give me a chance. Diamond? Alright.
Okay, I think he has diamonds.
I have diamonds.
Those aren't diamonds.
These are... You take both. Oh yeah. Nice hand.
Thanks.
We don't win either board. pocket jacks is going to win against ace 10. Alrighty, an improvement from ace 10. Pocket nines in the cutoff with a button straddle, small blind limps, hijack limps, and onto me. On a limp happy table, we put in the raise to $30. Now the small blind puts in the good old limp 3-bet to a sizing of $90. Action folds to me, and here, every time facing a limp 3-bet, it is not good for us. Usually aces are kings, and it's very rarely ace-king from my experience, so I don't know. Here, $60 more to make the call. We're in position, and he is about $400 behind. We make the call. Going to a flop, which comes ace 7, 8, rainbow. He puts in that c-bet to $100, and, you know, backdoor runner straight draws are very likely to hit, right? So we think about it and ultimately fold because we're not that crazy. We fold, and he shows us pocket aces for top sets. Yep, we really needed that backdoor straight draw to come through if we called. Following hand, it's a fun one with 6-9 of spades. Yes, we are that immature. I'm in the cutoff, and the button straddles. The big blind puts in the limp, and yeah, we love straddled hands too. I raise it up to $25 with a premium. Now, immediately, we don't face great news. The button 3-bets to $65. The big blind folds, and for me, $65, just $40 more. It's a friendly 3-bet amount. We call, and he doesn't have too much behind either, so it's just for a fun flop. The flop comes ace 8, 6, 2 spades. Yeah, this is the flop that you're looking for if you're playing 6-9 of spades. I check. He throws out a bet of $40, and he only has like $60 behind, like 100 total. We just rip it all in there, and we're not expecting him to fold. He calls for $107 total. He asks me how many times we want to run it. I'm always indifferent, so he decides to run it 3 times. Let's do it, and let's see what happens.
Oh, we're doing 3?
Yeah.
He has a flush.
And
then.
trips. That's not great. I win 1.
We ended up winning 2 out of the 3 boards, so we make a little bit of money in this hand.
Yeah, but you said he won all 3. I'm like, surely you
Yeah.
got an ace at least.
Rapid fire hand after that with pocket 10s in the small blind. The hijack limps. The cutoff raises to $14. Here in the small blind, definitely putting in a 3-bet. We size to $60. Hijack limper gets out of the way, and the cutoff rips it all in for $165. Yeah, we're not folding 10s. If we're calling with ace 10, we're just going to call with 10s as well. We make the call, and we get some bad news as he shows us pocket queens. He says, let's run it 3 times for the vlog to give me a chance.
That's good. I'll give you 2 shots at 10s every time.
Fours betrayed
I'm
you.
glad you didn't have jacks.
Deuces were.
Oh man.
Really glad he didn't have jacks.
Good
hand. Or the 10s.
I know.
This hand.
And we don't. None of those chances come through. And yeah, we're going to lose this one, stacking off. Nice hand, Jamie. Pocket queens in the hijack, under the gun straddle. We're finally getting better hands now. The player to my right opens it up to $20, and I decide to put in a 3-bet to $60 because it's a good holding. Now onto the small blind player who decides on a min 4-bet to $120. Action folds back to me, and really small 4-bet. Not sure what's going on here. He's in the small blind, and he has about $300-ish behind. Thinking about things over, I think we could just standardly 5-bet rip it all in here and hope that we are racing, or sometimes get like pocket jacks to call as well. It was a straddled pot, so definitely playing under 100 big blinds. So we just go with it. Pocket queens, he only has 300 behind. I don't know. Let's just rip it all in there. We jam, and he snaps it off for $340 total. In this instance, we're going to go to 2 full run-out and boards. And he has aces. So the first flop with the ace on the window. Not good for us. Pretty much drawing dead.
Give it to
See,
him.
it's not just what I'm dealing.
But you didn't.
Dead. Second board, no improvement there. We double him up. We're adding on, and we're in for 1800 now. Next hand, queen jack of diamonds in the cutoff with a button straddle. We love this. Action folds to me, and I open up the action to $20, and the button straddler makes the call. Going to a flop, which comes jack 7 deuce 2 clubs. I put in the c-bet to $30, and trying to just get stacks in here, because He doesn't have too much behind. He makes the call for 30 with only 60 behind. Off to a turn, which comes the ace of spades. This is as bad of a card as I could ask for if it wasn't a club. Anyways, we're just going to put him all in because he doesn't have too much behind, only $60 left, hoping he has a small flush draw. But no, he doesn't. He calls with ace-3 offsuit. The river doesn't bring us any help, and we are losing again. Hand number 10. Let's try to not lose this one. Queen-9 of hearts in the button. There's one limper, and I decide to raise it up to $15 here in position. We get the small blind and limp to call. Flop comes 7, 4, deuce, 2 hearts. With the heart draw out there, I put in the c-bet to $30 when checked to me. Now the small blind jams for about $60 total. Limper folds, and for $30 more, we're obviously not going to be folding. We call. He announces that he has a pair and that he wants to run it 3 times. So I'm always up for it. Let's go to 3 turns and rivers.
I got that.
Wait, whoa. That's your river, yeah.
Okay. I got there too.
What did he have to get there?
I have a set on the bottom.
Oh.
And he has a flush.
Somehow, someway, we find a way to win all 3 boards. Losing all the big all-ins, but somehow winning the small 3 run-out all-in pots. Following hand with 4-5 of diamonds on the button, there are 2 limpers to me. We love these suited connectors. We put in the raise to $17. The limps don't fold, both of them call, and we're going to a flop. Flop is 6, 7, 3 rainbow. Well, finally we can say we have a pretty strong hand here. Action checks to me, and I put in that c-bet to $35. We get some great news. Early position limper raises to $200 with about $100 behind. The other player folds, and I can't say we are folding either. I obviously rip it all in for about $300-ish, and she's not folding as she committed $200. She makes the call. She decides to run it twice. We're all for it.
Sure. I think I flopped it, right? Yeah.
You sure?
Well,
That's not good for me. Oh dear God! I mean, if you have a set, then if you have a set, you're good.
I mean, I had 2 pair.
Oh.
And we see some terrible runouts, but somehow we end up holding against 7-3 of hearts. Can't lose them all. So for this last hand, I'm looking forward to seeing the comments on this one. Anyways, let's get into it with King 8 of spades under the gun with a button straddle, the small blind and big blind limp, and we're widening up our range here. We raise to $30, getting a little bored, and we get 3 callers all around, so we're going to a flop. Flop is 8, 7, 3, 2 clubs. Action checks to me, and I'm thinking it's a pretty decent flop for us. Top pair, decent kicker, a pretty wet board and dynamic as well, but top pair is fine for a c-bet. We put in a bet to $85. Action folds around to the big blind, who decides to check raise this spot to $210. Well, this is quite the spot. He's got a little under $500 in his stack total, and sitting here, calling is definitely not in the question. This is a spot where we're just going to jam or fold. I think jamming here for value seems extremely thin because I'm probably just only getting called by combo draws, and at best, we're just flipping. Folding is also, like I say, it's quite boring. So we want content as well because folding's boring, so we just rip it all in. He snaps it off with pocket 7s, and we run it twice, and we are drawing very, very slim.
He never cares.
We're gonna do it twice.
Oh, you are. You have a set?
Yeah.
Yeah, you already win. Yeah, you already win.
So we lose this one, and this is going to end the session with some high quality, good play.
What was he playing?
I don't really have a good way to justify that last hand besides riding the variance. I don't know what to say. Didn't play smart. Didn't run particularly amazing, but that is how you lose $1,100 in a 1-2 game in 4 hours. And that was a roller coaster downswing. We lost the all-ins that were small and we won the all-ins that were small and lost all of the significant ones. There's that. These days are not fun, especially that last hand. Comment below how bad I am at poker because that's what I'm expecting. So don't let me down on that one. All right, I expect some interesting and fun comments in the comment section below. Anyways, hopefully you enjoyed the video. We played for 4 hours. We are in for $1,800, out for $675 in a nice 1-2 game. Supposed to be friendly. Not friendly for me. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.